Right now, it seems like we've lost the ability to dialogue on a national level, and that's a problem.
We're here to have a conversation. It's about race today.
We just changed the name to the World in Conversations Project this year.
This is a place where you can say exactly how you feel without filtering yourself.
Like, tell your personal stories, ask each other questions. This conversation's for you.
The whole reason that this project was started was because we didn't really feel like we had the space to just talk about race and how it actually affects us.
The World in Conversation Project is basically a series of peer-to-peer conversations led by undergraduate facilitators at Penn State. There are 8 participants in each conversation, and there are 6 conversations every day. If you do the math, that comes out to over 7,000 Penn State students participating in the project every year. We bring these students together to talk about things that we're all told not to talk about, and things we really don't know how to talk about constructively.
And then she said, maybe I should call my Arab friends to blow you up.
Most of them didn't even know my name. I was just the white girl.
Some white guy who walked by me and just said, this country doesn't want you here.
We take seriously the idea that every perspective is worth exploring and trying to understand. And we bend over backwards to create an environment where participants from every point on the spectrum have the freedom to explore whatever they think. We don't tell anybody what to think or what to believe. We simply encourage them to examine their thoughts and beliefs, whatever those may be. That's it, just examine them.
I look forward to people contradicting themselves because they're learning right in front of me.
My job is to hold up an invitation for conversation.
My job as a facilitator is to create, a space where people feel like it's okay to say, hey, I've always thought this way, is that okay? Is it wrong?
You just met some of our facilitators. They are the heart and soul of the World in Conversation Project, and each conversation is staffed by 2 of them. They first enter our world through a course called SOCIA 19. For those of you who don't know, SOCIA 19 has over 700 students each semester and is the largest race relations course in the United States. It's taught by Sam Richards, who has built a reputation on getting his students to think about why they think what they think about topics they don't usually think about. So during SOCIA 19, students can apply to be teaching assistant facilitators for the class. We usually get about 100 applications, and from that pool we choose 32 people. Those 32 students lead the weekly discussion sections for SOCIA 19 and simultaneously take a class called SOCIA 300, which is a training course that focuses on facilitation skills. Midway through the SOCIA 300 class, those students can audition then to work as facilitators for the World in Conversation Project. Of the 32 each semester, we select between 8 and 10 to complete our team of 25 facilitators. Because each World in Conversation facilitator staffs 3 to 4 groups every week, their work is extremely demanding. So to stay in communication with them and to address any situations that come up, and simply to continue their training, these facilitators all take an advanced skills training course called SOCIA 469, concurrent with their work as facilitators.
Each semester, we get a group of 20-year-olds who have a burning natural curiosity, but they don't really know what to do with it.
And we're selecting facilitators who are curious about other people and other thoughts, but more profoundly about themselves. Facilitation is a way to explore yourself. And when you go that deep, it's rigorous, it's treacherous.
Facilitators, like all the rest of us, are not neutral people. But they work really hard to create an environment that is neutral, one that's not politically correct or ideologically charged or simply a reflection of themselves. Hard work, yes, but deeply important to any true exploration of ideas.
Avery, another facilitator who's black, and I were facilitating a group, and there was a student who was a little hesitant, and we started asking him more questions, and eventually he opened up and just came straight out and said, I believe the white race is superior to all other races.
I think the thing that I had to take into account the most about being black was just the fact that I could be challenged in the group, because I feel like oftentimes, especially in a race dialogue, the black voice is the right voice.
In terms of skills that we teach and important skills, listening comes to mind. And listening in a very intentional, reflective way.
When somebody hears their thought reflected back at them through a facilitator, for me, that's where magic happens.
Instead of shying away from that conversation, like I feel I would do or most people would do in a normal conversation, we actually we steered into it. So we kind of brought the rest of the group in and explored his thoughts more and asked him to elaborate. Why exactly do you think the white race is superior? How did you come to this view? What is behind that? And as he explored his own thoughts and his own feelings, we were able to bring the rest of the group into this conversation about what does racial superiority mean, and what do the rest of the participants think about this comment. And it just led itself to a more and more honest, open conversation where pretty much when you hit that spot, no one was scared to say exactly how they felt, exactly what they thought, and even more importantly, what was behind those thoughts and feelings.
So that's it. That's what we do. That's the World in Conversation Project. For more information about us, to get involved, or just to join a conversation, visit us at www.worldinconversation.org.